I'm an entertainment writer, and I am so excited to be moderating this panel of the incredible show, She-Ra. So let's get started. First, let's welcome on executive producer and fearless leader, Noelle Stevenson. The voice of Adora and She-Ra herself, Amy Carrera. Catra, AJ Mashaka. The voice of Scorpia, Laura Nash. The voice of Glimmer, Karen Fukuhara. Bo, Marcus Scribner. And Frosta, Merritt Layton. So I think before we get started, AJ, you're very, very good at hellos. Do you want to say hi to Wondercon? Hey, Wondercon. So that recap looked amazing. The song is going to be stuck in my head for weeks. So I just want to ask all of you, what has the response been since season 1 came out?
I mean, that theme song has been stuck in my head for like 2 years. So like, I'm glad that everyone else is finally getting on my level. Thank you. It's been so awesome. I don't know about you guys, but it's just been like, I mean, seeing cosplayers in real life, it never stops blowing my mind. I'm like, that was a drawing that we did, and now it's real.
It's always really nice, this is gonna sound depressing, but it's always really nice to work on a show that people like. Like they wanna watch, so it's been wonderful.
Yeah, it's been really neat. Like, the reaction that people have had towards the show is really special. And I think for it to be a reboot of something that was so iconic, here we are again kind of establishing a new fan base. And it feels like it's its own thing, which I think is really, it's really cool. And we love what we do, so to be able to celebrate it with you guys is really neat.
Yeah, the fandom is amazing. The outpouring on social media, the love has been like so cool. And I do have to just, this also may sound depressing. I had one dude write something negative, and it was about Scorpia, and I was like, people make fun of what I look like in real life, and I don't take it personally. But I took it so personally.
I'll kill him.
But what was amazing is it was a tweet, and I felt bad for about 30 seconds, and then all of the fans just this guy. It was awesome. I've never been a part of anything with that kind of rabid love. It's amazing.
Karen, Marcus, and Merritt, did you have like favorite moments from season 1?
You know, it was the prom episode, and I loved the fighting / dance between Catra and Adora. That was awesome. And then I really liked the scene where Glimmer is talking to the sword, and she's going, for the honor of Grayskull, and like trying to get the sword to do what it's supposed to do, like maybe transform and do the cool She-Ra thing, but it doesn't happen.
My favorite moment from season 1 is probably any time that Bo got to say best friend squad. I mean, it's probably countless numbers of times, but I have so much fun with the character. He's just a jolly guy, and it's great to play him. So just getting to hang out with Amy and Karen and tear it up in the booth is a lot of fun. So that's probably some of my favorite things from season 1.
One of my favorite moments, Karen already said it, is the fight dance. Like, the dip, come on. It's like, yeah. Oh, and also,
I'm 11 3/4.
yes! Thank you.
So before we dive into season 2 clips, Noelle, would you mind giving us a brief recap about where we ended season 1?
Yeah, so we ended season 1 on a big battle. Catra gets a promotion and brings everything that the Fright Zone has to try and destroy Bright Moon and destroy Adora specifically. The invasion fails, but definitely leaves a scar. Bright Moon is still kind of like getting repaired. The Whispering Woods are still frozen over. And Adora is really freaked out by everything that happened. So like Catra is absolutely in her head at the beginning of this season. But Catra's sort of on top of the world because she's gotten this promotion. She's taken over for Shadow Weaver, and now she's at Hordak's right hand. So meanwhile, the Rebellion and Bow and Glimmer and all of the princesses are coming together to try and defend Bright Moon and repair the castle and the woods that have been destroyed.
So what we know about season 2 so far, it premieres on April 26th. It's 7 episodes because we've been getting slightly shorter seasons, but we get them quicker.
You get them faster.
Yeah, slightly more important. So Noelle, when we kick off season 2, what's happening in the Fright Zone?
The Fright Zone is, it's under new management, so things are a little different around there. Shadow Weaver's been deposed, Catra's moved up, but it's also, Catra's not fully prepared for everything that this job will entail. So now she has to impress Hordak, she has to hold her position, which is like a hard position to hold. And she has the support team in Scorpion and Trapta, but it's also it's a pretty stressful job, so there's a lot going on.
Amy, what's Adora up to when we start season 2?
She's like in a hole of despair. I think she's going through like an existential sort of crisis and an identity crisis because Noelle and I were talking about this backstage, she's always been told what to do. She's been like the perfect soldier, and so now that she's in a position of leadership, I think she finds it incredibly difficult to be responsible for a group of people, let alone responsible for herself. So I think this is probably like the most painful stretch of episodes, in my opinion, that Adora has as far as getting into her own head, trying to figure out where she fits in this world and what she can contribute to the world, and really what her mission is. So it's like a little bit of Adora torture in that way.
A torture?
Torture!
AJ, Catra is someone who doesn't like to lose. I get that feeling. But
Not at all. We all played a game backstage, and I didn't want to lose that.
This happens often. There's this part where AJ's you're out, get out of here.
I was like, Noelle, you're out.
Hey, I'm out.
so how is Catra dealing with that defeat at Bright Moon?
She's not dealing with it well. I mean, she definitely hits the bottom in regards to just how depressed she is when we see her in season 7. She's not doing great. However, she has made it up in the ranks. And I think she's going to become someone that is really an important counterpart to Hordak. And it's going to take her a little while to get there and prove, how powerful she is to him. But we're going to see some competitive nature come out that is something we've obviously seen a little bit in season 1, but we're going to see that build more and more until she kind of hits rock bottom again, harder.
The bottom keeps falling out.
The bottom gets deeper. That's always happened there.
Noelle, we've sort of gotten glimpses of Hordak and how scary he is. Are we going to get more of him in season 2? And more importantly, his very creepy baby.
You know that creepy baby is going to be a major player this season. Am I telling the truth? Who knows? You'll have to watch and find out. No, we actually do. We learn a lot more about Hordak this season. We get to see who he is as a person, which we definitely didn't see in the first season. And we get to actually see the inside of his secret lab a little bit more, and kind of what he's working on and what he thinks of himself. And there's a friendship that might happen in that case, and we'll see no more about that.
Well, as long as we're teasing season 2, do you think you'd be able to give us a 2 truths and a lie type situation? Ooh. Are we allowed to do that?
Okay. I'm gonna think about this, come back to me, it's gonna be really good. Yeah.
If I'm not allowed to do this, I'm just gonna drag me on the stage. I
want to think of some good ones.
Well, in the meantime, do you guys want to watch a clip from season 2?